We're outside the Royal Oldham Hospital in Manchester, and you might not think much of it just looking at it, but this is where something incredible happened back in 1978. This is where the world's first IVF baby, Louise Brown, was born. One tiny baby and a giant leap for science, for medicine, and for hope. Ever since then, July 25th has been marked as World IVF Day. It's a day to look back on that medical milestone. But more than that, it's a reminder of how far we've come and how many lives have been changed because of it. Today, IVF is giving people something incredibly powerful: choice. And for women in sport, especially those at the top of their game, that choice can mean everything to them. Doctors like Dr. Ashwini see this every day. IVF today isn't just about having a baby, it's about planning your life your way. Treatments can now fit around an athlete's body, their schedule, their training, instead of the other way around.
I have here with me Dr. Ashwini S., who is a fertility specialist and she's specialized in IVF treatment and more especially recurrent IVF failure and PCOD. Welcome, doctor. Thank you for your time. And we are doing this special segment for IVF Day. Now, tell me something, doctor. What are some of the common misconceptions around IVF in a country like India?
The IVF, once upon a time, was considered as a taboo, something which is very artificial and not easily accepted. But it's been over 40 years that we have started doing IVFs, and we have a lot of data regarding that. And people think because it is unnatural, the pregnancy can be a problematic one, or the child can be abnormal. These are the main conceptions behind IVF. But last 40 years, we have had plenty of data, and the outcome of the children who are born with IVF shows that there's hardly any difference between normal conception and IVF pregnancy. There are some studies which show that there's a slight increase in something called attention deficit hyperkinetic syndrome, which is not actually significant. There are very few studies which show that. Apart from that, there's no difference between a normal conception and an IVF conception.
Are there any risks actually associated with egg freezing?
See, you should understand a little bit about the procedure. Egg freezing, we just can't go into the ovaries and pick up the eggs just like that. So, the eggs have different stages of maturity, and we can only freeze the eggs which are mature enough. So, they have to undergo a period of growth and then maturation, and then only we can retrieve them. So, basically, what happens in the natural fertility cycle or menstrual cycle is what we mimic when we freeze the eggs. So when we don't do anything, only one egg matures and we can't retrieve one egg and freeze. So what we do, we boost the hormones a little bit with primarily the injections and collect about 6 to 8 or 10 or 12 eggs, whatever they form. And those eggs are frozen. So basically the procedure involves taking injections for about 8 to 10 days and going through a procedure of egg retrieval, which is done under mild sedation or mild anesthesia. This is a transvaginal procedure. It's not a much riskier procedure, it's a simple one, but they have to go through the anesthesia for this procedure. And it's all daycare procedures. I mean, it's not a major surgery or something which they have to undergo to freeze the eggs.